And so what was the job?
I made pine trees.
Pine trees, so like the ones behind you, right?
Yes.
So part of the diorama for the forestry
Yes.
exhibit.
Uh-huh.
And so what was the method? What do you remember anything
Well, I
about that?
remember we had the wire and we had cord that either was from hemp or some kind of cord that we would take it off in little bitty things and put it in a little bitty thing, turn the handle, and that would make one little strand of the pine cone, the pine needles. Mm-hmm. And then we'd make them about this long, and then it would just be a long metal, the wire, and then we'd put them together to make a branch like you would see in the real forest. Mm-hmm. And I don't remember putting any little pine cones on them, but because I've noticed ever since, when I'd see a pine tree, I'd say, oh yes, I know, I've made something like you before.
So you were doing just the branches of the tree,
The branch,
not necessarily the trunk of the tree.
The trunk. I never did get to that point because we had to make all of that so we could get to that point of putting them onto the trunk. That's what I remember because mm-hmm. it was such a interesting job, and to come to this building was exciting.
And then after you finished the job, how often did you come back after that?
No, well, I moved to Lafayette in '57, so I wasn't here that long.
Mm-hmm. So this is really the first time you've seen the completed diorama?
Yes, where I could really take a look at it and talk to somebody. I wanted to tell somebody, I helped do this.
Well, we're so glad that you came in. What do you think about it?
Well, I think it's just wonderful, the whole thing, but the whole thing was wonderful before, and all of the different little animals and the sculpture, all of that was just, so realistic to me.
But what about making a pine tree? Is that something special to you?
Oh yeah. It's making the pine tree. You kind of feel next to God because you see, He makes trees too.
Oh, that's a wonderful thought.